Hey, welcome to Girl Thriving. I'm Bird, and on this channel we just talk about all things dealing with astrology. And what we've been talking about lately have been the different moon signs. So we've been through Aries through Aquarius. So today we'll be going over Pisces, the last the last one actually. Um and if you want to find your specific moon sign, you can go to Google and type in free birth chart calculator, and you type in your information, your birth date, time and place, and then you'll be able to get your moon sign along with all the other planets and see what sign they're in and what houses and how they talk to each other. But let's get back to the video. Today we're going to be going over the Pisces moon, and your moon sign, it deals with you know how you may deal with your emotions, how you may deal with others' emotions. And I also can tell you some stuff about, you know, your mother or that mother figure you had in your life. Because it's not necessarily always the mother, but it's just that motherly figure. Maybe it could have, like, depending on who was more motherly, I guess that's the best way I can put it. Cause yeah. Anyway, um, okay. So with the Pisces moon, if you were born with the Pisces moon, you may be, spiritual, mystical, and dreamy. All of these Neptunian things, which beautiful. Um, with Pisces moon, you can also, enjoy arts and living in your imagination. That might be some things that you absolutely love, and you don't want anything basic. you know um you want to express yourself through arts in whatever way, whichever art that is. I don't know, painting, dancing, singing, whatever it is. That's how you'll to express yourself. And also, as a Pisces moon, do make sure that you are still aware of the real world, and make sure you come out of your world sometimes. And if you're a Pisces moon, this might make sense to you, because you like to be in your own, like where you feel comfortable at in your own little world, but don't lose sight of the real world that you're actually living in. Um, and Pisces moons might need protection, might need help being protected, but you can also learn to protect yourself. Like there are some moon signs that might, you know, already have that for I'm just gonna say they might already have this wall up to kind of help to protect themselves from, things that could hurt them. And as a Pisces moon, you might have to get to that level of, be protecting yourself so that you won't get hurt. And you could also have been accused of being emotional, but that's not always a bad thing. Actually, it'll be great for, you to accept your emotions, because that could lead to your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities. Because, sometimes your emotion can help to open that door to that. There could be certain things that you can pick up on that nobody else around you can. But if you're constantly, trying to fight your emotions, like, I don't have emotions, I don't want emotions, they're terrible, they're the worst thing ever, you may be hurting yourself from a gift that could be so great. Um, and also don't try to change your emotions. If something makes you sad, it's okay to say that it makes you sad. You don't have to say, "Oh, I'm so angry." I mean, yeah, I understand you can probably feel more. Well, I understand that you can feel more than one emotion at a time, but you don't have to try to change it or stop it or try to make it fit anybody else's mold, because that's what you think that you should be doing. You're a Pisces moon. You need to go to your own, dance to the own beat of your drum, or paint to your own canvas, or whatever other types of word I can try to say with it. But yeah, don't try to change your emotions. And also, as a Pisces moon, you may feel yourself like sometimes wanting to be alone so that you can get lost in your daydream. You know how some people might get, lost in a book or in a show or, in whatever. You need your time to daydream because that's something that can help you to relieve your stress. So, if somebody wants to be around you and you're like, I just need my time to relieve my stress. Just be honest with them and let them know, like, I need my time to relieve my stress. And you go and get into your daydream and do whatever it is that you have to do so that, you can be the best you. And also with, your moon in Pisces, you may have seen your mother or, that motherly figure in your life make a lot of sacrifices and never be the type of person to be looking for a thank you or something in return. It's just something that this person would do for others. um and you may have grown up quickly. You might have just matured quickly. People have might say like, oh, you seem so mature for your age type stuff. um and another thing with your moon in Pisces is that you don't want to be a burden on your mother or this parent because, it's like you see that there's a lot on their plate and you don't want to add on to it because you want to be considerate of their feelings and all that they have. So you don't want to, pile onto it because you might feel like this is too much to add on to what's already there. And you don't want to be that the straw that broke the camel's back or something. But I think I said that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, and also you might have seen your parent be childish at times. Not saying that they're just a childish person, but you might have seen them do some of the silliest and childish things, as your parent or just as growing up with them. And that's not a bad thing, because we can't lose connection to our inner child, but that's a different subject. Um, and your parent might expect you to be strong, like even as a child. Your parent might think like, okay, my child is strong. My child has to take on this and that because they can handle it type stuff, which could also lead to you not wanting to add on to their plate because it's like, okay, I have to take this on to help, my parent out, as where it's like now I don't want to add anything else onto their plate because I got to help them out type deal. Um and you might have also noticed that your mother or your parent might be in their own world sometimes. Like they're not here. They might be off, what not off, but they can be there and daydreaming. Like you might have to get their attention when you say something to them because their mind is somewhere else. And that could be also something that helps them to relieve stress. But also you may feel lost at times just because you can get you for one, you can get lost in your whatever it is that helps you out, to help you to relieve stress, in your art, or finding out something or finding out you know um something that helps you to relieve stress. You can get lost in that type of stuff, and so you might feel more comfortable doing whatever that is versus stuff in the real world. And I'm not saying this to try to make it seem like, a Pisces moon might just not ever know what's going on in the real world, because they do. But sometimes they just prefer to not know. But yeah, so that's all for the Pisces moon. And if you have one, just drop a comment down below and let me know if, what I said resonated with you and if you feel like I left anything out. Have a good one.